Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about a movie that completely landed for me, Madbillstopay, also known as Destinydilequenosoymalo. It's a 2025 American drama written and directed by Joel Alfonso Vargas in his feature debut. It premiered last year at Sundance, and I'm honestly shocked that it hasn't been picked up for distribution yet. This is the kind of film that feels less like a story and more like a life observed. It's grounded, intimate, and resonant. Quick heads up, this review will contain some spoilers because I think talking about them will help hammer home the themes in this movie. The movie centers on Rico, a 19-year-old in the Bronx, hustling every day by selling homemade drinks on Orchard Beach. When his girlfriend Destiny gets pregnant and moves in with him and his family, his life completely changes. Vargas doesn't put the narrative story on rails with fireworks. Instead, he lets us observe everyday life under pressure with astonishing realism. This is not a conventional Hollywood arc. It's a character study that asks what happens when real-world responsibilities collide with youthful optimism and insecurity. It's unvarnished, warm, messy, and very, very human. Rico and Destiny are two young people who want a real family, but they don't have the tools, emotional stability, education, or support systems to build it. I've met so many Ricos in my life. Guys who want to be rappers, entrepreneurs, hustlers, providers, but they don't actually understand what it means to be a father, a husband, a steady presence. And this film nails that tragedy perfectly. Rico thinks he's being a man, but everything he's learned about being a man came from the streets, not from being loved and raised by a present father. Being set up wrong or a lack of setup can quickly turn into self-sabotage later in life. The thing that I respected most about this movie is how committed it was to not romanticizing the relationship between Rico and Destiny. Destiny believes and wants the holistic traditional idea of we're having a baby, we're going to make it work, we're going to be a family. She's not necessarily naive, but hopeful. But eventually she recognizes that Rico can't provide for her. He doesn't know how to be a father. He loves to drink and smoke and can't make enough money for food. Ultimately, Destiny leaves. It's not a betrayal, it's survival and love for her baby. Rico's mother and sister are written like real women who see this truth and support Destiny when she finally chooses herself and her child's future. This is one of the most grounded American dramas that I've seen in a minute because it's not trying to be inspirational. It's just showing how poverty, a lack of education, the absence of father figures, and cultural pressure can create a generational trap. The money pressure in this movie is constant. Rent, responsibilities, pride, and survival are relatable and unflinching. Rico's masculinity is tragic because he never had a father teach him to love. His version of being a man is performative, defensive, sometimes aggressive, sometimes charming, but ultimately unstable. He's not an evil guy, he just grew up in a harsh system and unfortunately failed to move past that. One of my favorite parts, and I did not expect this, is how the film handles Destiny's family. If I remember correctly, Destiny moves in with Rico because she fears she'll be judged and rejected by her religious family. But when she reaches back out, her family welcomes her back with open arms and grace. They love her and want to see her safe. They don't condemn her for getting pregnant. They show her support and community, and that's a huge part of why this movie felt culturally honest to me. The film's biggest strength is its cast. The ensemble feels like a real family, uneven, argumentative, loving, frustrated, and complicated. Rico can be charismatic and likable, but most of the time he's living in his own world, making bad decisions. Destiny is grounded and clear-headed. She's a good foil to Rico's lack of responsibility. She exists in reality alongside him, and that dynamic is powerful in its subtlety. Rico's mother and sister bring sharp energy and authenticity. They don't just react to Rico, they challenge him in ways that feel lived in and honest. It's the kind of ensemble that makes you feel like you're looking at a real household. Visually, this movie isn't glossy. It's grounded in a sweaty, real, and uncomfortable way, as if the circumstances are keeping everyone down. The camera often sits back and lets scenes play, which makes the arguments and quiet moments feel unfiltered. And that adds to this whole identity the film has. It's authentic. From the beach hustle, the apartments, the subway rides, this is New York and not postcard New York. Shot over 16 days in the Bronx, this film is lived in. The film uses its micro budget to heighten realism. The last thing I want to mention is that the music fits the grounded tone. It supported the atmosphere. Culturally, the film's musical identity felt rooted. It matched the world of Rico and Destiny by not exploiting it, just depicting it. It's subtle and adds texture. Running for an hour and 41 minutes, this movie had the perfect runtime. It moved fast enough to keep the drama and story beats engaging without feeling overkill. For a slice of life movie, I was very satisfied. Mad Bills to Pay is an emotional film that doesn't offer easy answers, inspirational speeches, or clean redemption arcs, and that's exactly why it works. It feels honest about how hard it is to break cycles when you're raised without the tools to do so, and how sometimes love alone simply isn't enough. It understands that choosing yourself or choosing your child's future can be an act of love just as powerful as staying. This movie felt personal to me because I've seen these lives up close, and Vargas captures them with empathy instead of judgment, restraint instead of exploitation. It's one of the most grounded, culturally honest American dramas I've seen in a while. I really hope it finds proper distribution because this is a story people need to see, not because it's flashy or crowd-pleasing, but because it's real. This is one of the strongest films to come out of Sundance last year. Thank you for listening to my review of Mad Bills to Pay. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the video, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.